Welcome back to the Crypto Connex. I'm Dave.
I'm Tim.
And I'm Brandon.
This week, we're going to be talking about reasons why we feel the market has been down this past 2 weeks. We're going to start off with Tim.
Oh, yeah, you would put me on the spot. All right, well, let's talk about everybody's fear of the governments right now and everything, and they're trying to impose regulations and everything that obviously isn't going to happen based off of how much volume this has and everything, but they're trying really hard, and the fear is there severely. And because of this,
Fear is real.
Lots of people are trying to sell out while they still have profits and everything. And the markets have been down, which we've noticed, but it's just that little part of the iceberg, you know? We're not even at the tip of it at all.
Yeah. Don't panic sell. Whatever you do, do not panic sell.
Yeah.
I tell him to sell! Wilson, where you going? Oh, you idiot! Get back in there at once and sell! Sell!
This market rewards people who are patient.
Completely agree. And with that and everything, if you are that hodlum, you're going to win, you know? Right now things are down. The best thing to do at the moment, in my personal opinion, everything is buy yourself some more coins, because once it goes back up, you're gonna regret that you didn't get in it while it's low. Brandon, what do you have to say about some of the reasons you think it's down?
I mean, truthfully, markets such as, you know, the stock market, real estate, foreign exchange, they all go down. It all has a pattern. It all has fluctuation. So here in cryptocurrency, you can expect to see the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter. It's all a market, just like those previous markets. And I know there are a lot of people still afraid to get back into stocks for this very reason, because we see drops and there are quote-unquote catastrophes. But historically speaking, things always come back. As long as there's a strong background behind them, things always end up coming back. So I think that what we can see here in the future is a recovery. You know, I don't know how fast it will be. It could be over the course of a couple months. It could be over the course of a couple weeks. It could be over the course of half a year. You know, we don't really know how long it's going to take. But there are a lot of good things, you know, that we can see in the workings right now. Wall Street is trying to put cryptocurrency on their active exchanges, like NASDAQ is looking to put that on there in
They already put a
June.
ticker up, didn't they?
They were going to put a ticker up, but the banks have been pushing back. You know, the major Wall Street banks have been pushing back for a later date. There is issues there. It's hard to say because, you know, regulation, cryptocurrency, decentralization, it's really a convoluted, difficult situation on both sides. And I think what we can see once Wall Street supports cryptocurrency and adds those tickers to their exchanges, then, you know, there's future without what's already here in front of our eyes, which we know is viable, usable framework for everyday life.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think as soon as you see that happen, you're going to see your portfolios from before the crash be more than double. I feel you're going to see a huge rise in most coins, not all coins,
More than
most coins.
you know, don't take anyone's word for that.
That's my
necessarily.
Yeah.
But
That's my opinion. I feel like you're going to see a big rise as soon as that, you know, comes forth.
No, I can agree with that completely. Another thing to think about is this is literally as big as like Apple start off, Google start off, all those that had all these negative vibes where people didn't see it going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the particular individual who sold his 10% stakes in Apple for what was it, like $800? Fractions.
Well, his shares were.
He could have gotten billions. Billions he could have gotten. Same deal here, you know, if you're that hodler and everything, that's the way to be right now based off of the market, because it's just going to get gains. It's just going up. Like, there's nowhere for this to go but upwards.
Chief, mate, what do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
Yes, it's going to have its fluctuations like any currency and everything. One of the biggest things we see is that it's not backed by anything. There's nothing to back it. Yeah, the United States dollar bill is not backed by anything anymore. Once upon a time, it was backed by gold.
One thing I want to bring up, we were saying about don't panic sell. Don't panic sell. If you're holding a coin like Tron, Tron's been very low for the past 2.5 weeks.
Well, what did it start at?
It started at a penny and then went all the way up to
it's
at
at 7 cents right
30
now.
cents?
Yeah, it's been up to 30 cents. Right now, it's sitting steady at 7 cents. If you were that early comer, you're already up, what, 700%?
Yeah. If you're seeing a coin like Vibe move, don't sell at a loss and move into that coin.
Never sell at a
Because as
loss.
soon as you move into that coin, 9 times out of 10, the coin that you were just got out of is going to go up.
Yeah. Be patient.
Be patient.
He already said it. Patience pays. In
This
in
market
industry.
rewards those who are patient.
I agree.
What I would do is I would take this time as the market's, low. Don't sell off your coins unless you feel comfortable and you know how to read candles and depth charts and you're comfortable with day trading. There's a few coins you can still get in on day trade. One is Vibe. If the past 2 days it's been going between 95 cents and $1.07. I mean, 10-cent gains here and there. Like, if you feel comfortable doing that type of thing, go for it. But if you don't feel comfortable, hold on to your coins. The market will come back, and when it does, you'll be happy you did. Don't sell off what you have unless you're comfortable.
Yeah. No, again, right now, there are two options that you should be considering. Buy more coins or hold what you got. Do not get out of it right now because you're just going to take a hit that you don't need to take. Like, give it 2 weeks. Like, I know if you're like me and everything, you're checking the market every single day. You see those downs, and it hurts. It really hurts.
Listen to me. Pain is temporary. It may last for a minute, or an hour, or a day, or even a year. But eventually, it will subside. And something else will take its place.
Hold it, because I've experienced 1 day gains. I've experienced 3 days before gains, You'll see a huge dip, but then you'll see a extremely high gain. Within a week, usually, from my experience and everything. But it's all going upwards. End of this year, after everything's said and done, and maybe don't quote me on that. Maybe I'll give it within 5 years tops. Things will be a lot more settled with government regulations and all this fear and everything. You're gonna be looking at Bitcoin being over $100,000 at this point, probably within 5 years and everything.
Maybe sooner.
Yeah. Oh no,
Maybe
I'm
sooner.
sure sooner, but I'm saying over $100,000 within 5 years easily. And every other altcoin at the moment, within a few years, is going to be based off of Bitcoin's price and everything. So if you're in Tron right now, say you bought in at 10 cents, it's at 7 cents, and you're sad. Think of 3 years from now, it's going to be going for $2.
Yeah, I see that $2 definitely within 5.
Yeah.
Surely.
For sure. Yeah, definitely hold on to your coins. Buy more coins if you can. And remember, only invest what you're willing to lose.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So-
Yes.
This past week I've lost, not lost, my portfolio has went down about $5,000.
He's in the games.
I'm not
We're all
sweating
in the
it.
games.
I'm not sweating it. It's going to come back, and when it does, I'm going to be happy I held on to what I had.
Don't sell out of fear, because if you do, you're already losing your money.
Don't sell
If you
at
just
loss.
hold on to it, I mean, I guess it depends on what you've got at stake. If you've got millions at stake, I can understand how daunting and nerve-wracking it is. But, especially if you're a low valuation holder, just wait. Just hold on. Everything's going to be all right. Even if you're holding high values, I mean, just look at the past and just hold on. Warren Buffett will tell you, when others are greedy, be fearful. When others are fearful, be greedy. Hold on to your funds and wait, because things are going to look up, I promise.
The only thing I disagree with Brandon about is, even if I had millions invested in this and I'm taking hundreds of thousands of dollars hit loss at the moment, I still have huge confidence and I want to say knowledge based off of all the research I've done and everything that it's all going to come back with higher gains. If I have millions invested, why do I want to take $250,000 loss? No, I want to gain $3 million. Like, that's why I just put $1 million into it. So I'm going to hold that until that happens.
Have you guys heard of the Winklevoss twins? The ones who say that Mark Zuckerberg stole their idea.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Mark Zuckerberg paid them off millions, hundreds of millions of dollars. Well, they
billions,
invested. Yeah, they invested. I think it was $13 million into Bitcoin when it was around $120. They got about 120,000 Bitcoin. They just took a huge hit. They just. I was reading a story today about, and they lost. I want to say about 400 million.
Of their profits?
Of their profit right now. But they said they're in it for the long term. They're not selling one Bitcoin. They're in it for the long term.
They're still in profit margins.
Still way within profit margin.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
They were the world's first billionaire from Bitcoin.
Bitcoin. There it is.
So
They're
in
going
it
to
for the
be
long term.
just fine. Don't worry about them.
So, and you guys heard about Mark Cuban, who 3 weeks ago was saying, "Don't invest in Bitcoin. Don't invest in Bitcoin." Well, he came out. I think
Changed
it was
his
last
mind.
night.
Yeah.
Invest in Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So
He's like, my bad. I'm going to get on this train.
And you see a lot of people. I've noticed the news outlets have changed their tune. A lot of them were saying, "Beware Bitcoin." Now a lot of news stations are saying, "You want to learn how to invest in Bitcoin? Tune in tonight at 10 o'clock."
Yeah.
So, thanks again for joining us here in the Crypto Connex. Again, my name is Dave.
I'm Tim.
And I'm Brandon.
Be sure to check back next week as we cover basic chart reading, candles, some depth charts. So be sure to check back, subscribe, hit that subscribe button,
Subscribe, guys.
and we'll see you next week.
Hey, it's going to be worth it. Get into it.
Peace.
You want to be greedy when others are fearful, and you want to be fearful when others are greedy. It's that simple.